This video is strictly for men, especially for those who have the courage to face the truth. And let me warn you right now, most of you men will find what I say here extremely bitter. Some of you will probably flood the comments with hate. But no matter what, in this video we're going to expose how the Sigma male concept has been twisted, misused, and sold back to you by influencers and YouTubers, just to gain followers and views. Because the reality is this, true Sigma males are rare. In fact, they're one of the rarest types of men that exist. Only 0.1% of men are real Sigmas. But thanks to the internet, the concept has been thrown around so casually that now everybody thinks they're a Sigma male. If you also believe you're a Sigma, chances are you don't even know what a real Sigma truly is. So today, let's break it down. The origin of the concept. In the past, men were divided into two categories, alpha males and beta males. Beta males were the followers, the ones who quietly followed orders. Alpha males were the leaders, the ones commanding with confidence, authority, and leadership ability. But as society evolved, people began to notice there was a third category of man, a type that existed in the shadows, neither alpha nor beta. For them, a separate category had to be created, the Sigma male. He has all the qualities of the alpha, the strength, the confidence, the independence, but he doesn't lead anyone. And just like a beta, he too stays quiet, but he never ever follows anyone. He creates his own world and lives within it. Now here's the kicker. In the power hierarchy, alpha males sit on top, betas follow below them. But where do Sigmas rank? The answer? Nowhere. Because Sigmas don't participate in the hierarchy at all. They step outside of it and build their own lane. They stand alone. An alpha lion may be crowned king of the jungle, but the Sigma is the lone tiger, and everyone fears him equally. The alpha may lead a wolf pack, but the Sigma is the lone wolf, hunting, surviving, thriving on his own terms. Does that make him weaker? No. One-on-one, an alpha and a Sigma would be equals. So if you're a man who wants to live an extraordinary life, first you have to shed the beta label that society has forced on you, and then you have to walk the path of the Sigma. But remember, there are rules. Sigma males follow certain principles, and if you want to become one, here's where you must begin. Rule number 1, don't pretend to be a Sigma. Here's what usually happens. Men fail at being alphas, so they start pretending to be Sigmas. They spend their entire day locked in their room, playing video games, scrolling endlessly on their phone, putting off every goal they set for themselves. When it comes to talking to women, they freeze up in fear. Yet on the outside, they act like they're ignoring her. Behind the screen, though, they're stalking her constantly. And to their friends, they boast, "I'm Sigma." But real Sigmas never announce themselves. Does a tiger in the jungle scream out, "I'm a tiger, respect me"? No, his power is understood. Even the alpha lion recognizes and respects it without the tiger needing to shout. So stop pretending, stop showing off, stop declaring yourself a Sigma, because the day you really become one, people will recognize it without you saying a word. Rule number 2, gender neutrality. Here's the biggest myth that needs to be shattered. Being Sigma does not mean you dominate women, disrespect others, or crush the weak. That behavior, that's not Sigma, that's insecurity. It's the mark of weak, beta-minded men. On social media, you'll see men yelling at women, putting them down, or even getting physically aggressive. And others clap for it, calling them Sigma males. But that is not Sigma. Not even close. A real Sigma doesn't abuse his power over women, children, or weaker people. He earns respect because people think 10 times before speaking out of line to him, man or woman alike. The Sigma doesn't sit all day idle, scrolling his feed with one hand buried in his pants. That's not strength, that's weakness. A real Sigma respects men and women equally. He doesn't treat women like special creatures to be pedestalized, but he doesn't demean them either. For him, every human stands equal. He never bows down to anyone stronger, nor does he press down on anyone weaker. Instead, he protects them. Think of it like this. A Sigma is like a soldier in the army, powerful, fearless, and protective. He's daring enough to fight, but humble enough to help. Rule number 3, resilience. Sigmas are highly resilient. Put them in the toughest situations, you'll barely see them flinch. They carry what you can call a poker face attitude. Whether life throws joy or pain, wins or failures, they remain steady. Focused, determined. The truly liberated man is the one who treats pleasure and pain the same. That's the path to freedom. Look at MS Dhoni, look at Thomas Shelby, look at Steve Jobs, Bruce Lee, Keanu Reeves. Throw them into chaos and still they don't lose control. They calmly observe, they think, and they solve. That's the test of a real Sigma. Who are you under pressure? Imagine standing in an open battlefield where enemies surround you. You have no weapon, nowhere to run. Defeat is certain, and still, you stand with chest out, fighting to your last breath, refusing to beg for help. That's the essence of Sigma. Rule number 4, obsession with growth. The defining trait of every real Sigma, he can go to any limit to improve himself. He hunts his goals relentlessly, without letting go until they're achieved. He's not searching for comfort. He's not looking for rest. His hunger for self-growth is so strong, it doesn't let him sleep in peace. You won't find him wasting time in pointless gossip, cheap parties, or useless social functions. He distances himself from shallow conversations and shallow people. Does he care where his friends went on vacation? No. Does he get jealous seeing what others bought? No. Does he look around hoping to be inspired? No. Because for the Sigma, the biggest inspiration is himself. Some call it ego, some call it attitude, some call it self-obsession. But the truth is, for the Sigma, the most important thing in this world is himself and his mission. Rule number 5, silence is power. Finally, the Sigma knows this. True power is in silence. He lives like a lone wolf, comfortable in solitude. He doesn't need chaos, noise, or crowds. He doesn't like arguing to prove his worth. If something isn't working, he quietly takes responsibility and fixes it himself. That's why he speaks very little, but when he does, every word shakes people's core. Unlike an alpha, he's not charismatic with speeches. He doesn't move masses with words. His real strength lies in his actions. He observes more, talks less, thinks deeply before acting, and once he acts, he lets the results speak louder than anything. If you too want to unlock the power of silence, if you want your silence to become your greatest weapon, then this path is yours to walk. Because at the end of the day, a real Sigma doesn't need approval, validation, or attention. He creates his own world, writes his own rules, lives his own code. And that's why the Sigma stands where no one else dares to.